All right, I'm in the kitchen with Meg Crituro from the Montanita Co-op Meat and Cheese Department. She's the team leader of the West Side store, my store. You guys are right across the street from my home, so it makes things very easy and convenient. So tell us, how long have you been there?
I've been working at La Montanita Co-op for about 2 years now.
About 2 years, okay. So, of course, we're going to be talking a little bit later on about meats, dairies. You know, buying that fresh, local, organic is definitely the word I always think of, the words that I always think of. Why is it important to buy it at the Co-op? What makes yours special?
Well, it's important to buy it at the Co-op because, number one, we always do source locally whenever possible. So, for example, all of our beef is 100% grass-fed. It's all local. It comes from the Sweetgrass Co-op, which has a number of different ranches in both northern New Mexico and southern Colorado. All the meat that you ever buy at the Co-op is all humanely raised. So it's all free range, it's all raised without antibiotics and without hormones. And what we do differently at the Co-op that they don't do at all the other grocery stores is we really utilize the whole animal when we get animals in to the Co-op. So what that means for us is less waste, and what that means for you guys as the customers is more variety, right? So we use the whole entire animal, so you get your choice of all the different cuts of the whole entire animal every time you come into La Montanita Co-op.
Fantastic. All right, well, we're going to be finding out more about the different cuts that you can get. We'll be talking a little bit about the dairy. We're also going to be seeing some great food. I got a little tip, guys. Stay with us because the food looks amazing. Back in the kitchen with Meg Crituro from La Montanita Co-op. She is at the Meat and Cheese Department on the West Side location, my favorite store.
You have brought a setup.
Yes, and Brittany is hungry.
I am so hungry, and the smells so delicious. So walk us through what you have here.
All right, so
all
I brought
things that we can get at La Montanita.
all things that you can get at La Montanita, and also all local, by the way.
All local, that's great.
So I brought a couple cuts of beef and a couple cuts of pork chop, all of which are super easy and super tasty on the grill.
So we got here's the pork chop.
So right here, so right here we've got our bone-in rib pork chop, and that's marinated in a Chili Loco red chili barbecue sauce. And we have our deli-made coleslaw and potato salad on the side that they make fresh at our deli that you can get there too.
Okay.
And then for our second one here, we have another Kaiser, a local sirloin pork chop, and that's rubbed in a green chili barbecue rub. And it's plated up with a nice corn salsa that's also available fresh made at our deli.
You said Kaiser, what is that?
So Kaiser is the ranch that it comes from. Kaiser Farm is the ranch where we get all of our local pork from, and it's right out of the South Valley here in Albuquerque.
In the South Valley, great, okay.
Cool.
And then these are from Kaiser also, and here we just have a great green chili brat. It's with a live sauerkraut and some more potato salad from our deli. And then over here we have our beef. So we have a New York strip steak, and that's just rubbed with a little bit of extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper, with some coleslaw on the side and just a little baked potato with sour cream. And then this one here, for our last one, we have a sirloin tip beef steak, and that's grilled with olive oil, salt, and pepper. It's got some portobello mushrooms and some onions all over the top of it, and it's got a baked potato on the side as well.
Now, I've said multiple times on the show that I'm a terrible cook. So if I go into La Montanita and will I have help finding what kind of meat I want? And like cooking, I can ask people like you.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a great thing about the Co-op. I mean, you can walk into the Co-op and you can ask anyone if you have any questions about what steak you want to buy, or how you should cook it up. You can ask anyone in the meat department. If you have any dietary restrictions or any questions about any of the food in the deli or how to prepare things, you can ask anybody in the deli. All of our staff is really, really knowledgeable and is always ready and around.
So no matter what you get, you can ask somebody about it, how to cook it.
Absolutely.
I think what's also really great too that I really appreciate is the uniqueness of a lot of things that you carry, especially some of the produce that I found. You can't find the produce anywhere else but at La Montanita Co-op. Some of that is because it is local. You're finding something that is very regional to the Southwest and to New Mexico. We're also talking about that when it comes to the meats, some of the other things, some of the dairy, and we talked about the importance of buying local.
Yes.
Right, and just one last thing before we get out of this. If there's one thing you would say is more important than anything else about buying local, what would it be?
About buying local,
I'm putting you on the spot, girl.
The most important thing about buying local, I think buying meat local is a really, really important thing. It's important to support local. And when you buy local, if you really want it fresh, that's the freshest it's going to be. If it comes from right around the corner, then it's going to be absolutely the freshest that you'll ever have it when it gets on your plate. Yeah, absolutely. Well, lots of great things. As you can see here, guys, a diverse menu that you can make right at La Montanita Co-op. For more information on the locations, the stores, the hours, all that good stuff, head over to casa.com. We will be right back. Brittany, which one are you choosing? I think she's made her choice.